Okay, I've had some technical difficulties today, but I'm going to go over this again with you. First of all, I am Mr. Brewington. I will be your geometry teacher for this semester and maybe the full year. I don't know. We'll see how the schedule lies. This is what you can expect. I'll go with more of the expectations in another video here in a little bit. All right. Chapter 1, Section 2, points, lines, and plates. I will tell you this. Algebra, many of you have been out of algebra for a while, but you do know some of the basics of it, and we're going to review a little bit of that as well. Geometry, something totally different, just a totally different way of thinking. All right, you see the week of standards. Let's get started. All right, now first of all, normally I don't always go over the homework quiz with you, but since this involves a lot of algebra that you have been out of for a while, I'm going to go over it in a little bit more detail. Starting with, it says, what is the value of x squared plus 3yz when x equals 3, y equals 6, and z equals 4? We're going to go ahead and plug those in. So I got 3 squared plus 3 times 6 times 4. All right, now, remember 3 squared is 9. 3 times 6 is 18 times 4 makes it 72, which gives us a value of 81 when you add them both together. All right. Y'all remember that? Well, anyway, you saw it in algebra last year, so let me scoot this up just a hair. All right. And I've also got my calculator over here so you can see that. I try to keep that up just in case we ever need to do calculations. By the way, you will need a calculator for this class. I would highly recommend you having something like either like this. It's a TI-30 calculator, very basic, or you can just use the one on the Chromebook. Now, it may not work on tests and quizzes, since tests and quizzes they'll be on Canvas, but the lockdown browser will be on, so you may or may not have access to it then. All right, now, the number 2 on the outside of the x minus 7 means you distribute. So I got 2 times x minus 2 times 7 equals 5x plus 4. Now 2 times x is simply 2x minus 2 times 7, that's 14, equals 5x plus 14. Should be plus 4. Let me fix that real quick. Okay. Now, I don't know how you learned it in algebra, but years ago when I taught algebra, I always suggested to the kids find the smallest variable and get rid of that first. So we'll get rid of the 2x. So minus 2x minus 2x. So that's going to be negative 14 equals 3x plus 4. And then from there, it's a two-step equation. So we're going to subtract 4 to get rid of it. And you got negative 14 minus 4. Now, some of you are probably thinking it's 10. Well, it's not 10, nor is it negative 10. You got negative 14 minus 4. So you're telling negative 14 on the number line, and you need to go in 4 spaces to the left. So, or you're just since they're both negative, you're adding them together. You got negative 18 equals 3x. So therefore, x equals negative 6. All right, now I meant to do this one a different color. So what I will do is I will separate it like that, and then I will change colors down here. All right, now, number 2, is negative 2, 5 a solution of the equation? So we got 3x plus 4y equals 14. So I got 3 times negative 2 plus 4 times 5. We're going to see if that's true or not. Now remember, 3 times 2 is 6, but it says negative 2. So 3 times negative 2 makes it negative 6. Plus 20 equals 14. So is negative 6 plus 20 14? Well, let's think about it. You got a negative and a positive. Remember, when you got a negative and positive, you subtract them, you go with the sign of the bigger number. In this case, the bigger number is 20. So therefore, it's going to be 20 minus 6, which is 14, which means that both sides are equal. So yes, it is a true statement. All right. Now we'll come to number 3. 3 involves factoring. You did some factoring in algebra last year. I don't know how far you got or where you ended, but this will factor into 3x plus 5y and 3x minus 5y. I think it's a difference, or sum or difference of squares. I don't remember the exact name of it because it's been a long time since I've taught it, but it's one of those names. And then finally, for number 4, it says graph y equals 3x plus 2. So it says y equals 3x plus 2. That means that the slope, this number right here, equals 3. So m equals 3, which is 3 over 1, which means it's 3 up and 1 to the right. All right. Now the second thing it means is it's 2 right here. B is 2. Which is the y-intercept. Remember, the y-intercept is where the lines come, or where the line crosses the y-axis. So in this case, it crosses it at 2. So I draw a dot right there at 2. Try to be on camera. And then from here, you're going to go up 3 over 1, put another dot. Up 3 over 1, another dot, and do the same thing there. And then you draw a line. That's the homework quiz. Now, normally I don't go over the homework quiz as thoroughly as I did. So anyway, well, I'm going to pause this right here to make sure I'm not having any more technical difficulties. And then I will be back. I will be back in just a moment with the actual lesson itself. So I'm going to